Hi, welcome to the Peppermint podcast. I'm Justin.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Avi.
And we come to you each episode, and review a couple blends for you. Talk about all things tea. So let's just get started with our first blend today.
This week we're doing a review on peppermint, specifically a domestic peppermint we purchased from Upton Tea. It's brewing right now. We usually let it brew for about 7-8 minutes. We like to do that like at 212, something like that. So it's nice and boiling. You put it in there, let it steep for a while.
Yeah, peppermint's a great tea to drink really all the time. It's caffeine free, so it's good for late at night. You kind of want to calm down. You don't have to worry about drinking it getting wired up. It's really a good tasting tea, and it's not really a tea. It's not a green tea or an oolong tea or black tea. It's an herbal infusion. So it doesn't come from the tea plant. It's its own plant, peppermint, and you can have it fresh or dried. If you've got a plant of peppermint growing in your backyard, chop that up and throw it in some hot water and get drinking.
Awesome. I think the tea should be about ready now.
Let's do it.
That's it.
Try this out. Yeah. Be nice and hot. Don't burn yourself.
So as a kid growing up, I used to have fresh mint tea, and that stuff was pretty awesome. And drinking this peppermint stuff, although it's not fresh right off the plant, it still tastes pretty awesome. But let's
We got Westy over here.
Yeah.
The mascot.
yeah, we'll show you that a little bit later. So let's have a little drink and cheers.
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 Let's see.
All right. Way too hot. Way too hot.
Too hot. It's too hot. So that brings up an important don't.
Make sure that after you steep your tea, you let it sit for just
cool.
a little bit.
It should cool. You can open up the lid a little bit. Get some steam out.
Yeah.
So before my taste buds were burnt, I did detect a type of a sharpness. It seemed to be very good, but
Right.
then the pain set in.
Right. So we're not really sure how we're gonna test teas for the rest of the episode, but we shall try again.
Well, we could start by just wafting in the
Right.
aroma.
Also, I do know that peppermint tea is good iced.
Okay.
Which is the exact opposite of what we're dealing with right now.
Right. Well, right away I get this sort of like a sharp scent, sort of like menthol-y goodness. I don't know.
It's definitely the menthol is the strongest ingredient, and really all mints, but peppermint's where it really punches. And
Right.
I find that if you've got a headache, peppermint is good for that as well.
Mm-hmm. What I like about it is the taste really lingers on your tongue.
Does
Yeah.
it? Does
Yeah,
it really?
I think it does.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
Let's try again. Still a little hot.
Yeah, about 210, I'd say. We're just under boiling now.
This brings up another interesting point. There's a lot of interesting points coming out tonight in our first pilot episode. But I would say steep time is really important as far as how long you're going to... Now, steeping is basically keeping the tea in the pot or the French press or whatever item you have to make your tea. But making it over the time that the bag says is kind of a big no-no in the tea club for men, because you get just too much flavor in your tea and it kind of tastes a little weird. I don't know about you guys.
Well, that's true for the green teas
Right.
and those sorts of teas, like the actual teas.
Right, absolutely.
That's definitely true. But when we're dealing with something like peppermint, steeping it for a longer amount of time than the suggested amount of time actually will just make it a deeper flavor.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I personally like it like a little light.
Okay.
That's a personal
Okay.
preference.
That's his thing. That's his thing.
That's
It's
his
just
thing,
my
and I don't respect you for it, but okay.
Yeah, that's
All
fine.
right.
That's
You guys
fine.
want to give it another shot?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Try again.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Still?
A little colder.
Still too hot.
It's still too hot, but it's getting better. It soon will be very enjoyable.
Right. I'm sure it will be.
After watching this video, hopefully you'll learn what not to do when you're making tea.
Right.
And then at that point, you'll have learned your lesson and you can make proper tea.
What I like about boiling tea is when you drink it and it burns your esophagus,
Right.
and then you're like, I want to die right now.
Yeah, it's cleansing. It's a cleansing burn.
All right.
It's a working burn.
Yeah, definitely. Let's just, I don't know if we kind of didn't really introduce what we're drinking. You notice over here that this stuff does not look like a tea bag. Well, in fact, it's not. It's a bunch of loose tea that you order online, and it comes like loose in the form of herbs, and you basically take that, about a teaspoonful, and you put it into this little nifty gadget right over here. It's called a teapot, but this is an infuser, and you basically are gonna put the tea in there. After you've boiled your water, you stick it in there, and what is it, about 3 to 5 minutes?
Well, for this,
To taste,
really.
yeah. I guess so.
If you like it really light, I'd say like
Yeah.
5 minutes. Otherwise,
Yeah.
average will be like 8 minutes.
What
or so.
I'll do is I'll have a teapot this size, or maybe even a little bit larger, and I'll fill it up, and I'll keep, because it's not tea, it's not a green tea or an oolong tea, I'll keep it in there and let it steep while I'm drinking it. And I'll cup, so each cup will get stronger than the last, if you will.
And
Right.
it builds on the last cup.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
nice. So at Tea Club for Men, we definitely are proponents of loose leaf tea.
Yeah.
We're not here to shun people who drink bag tea. I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
But it's time to move on.
It's definitely like a different flavor, I would say, or different consistency. Over this weekend, I had, not trying to brag how many cups I had,
Oh,
but let me just say I had quite a few bags of Bigelow tea.
Bigelow's, sure.
Bigelow's
Okay.
good, like along with Celestial Seasonings and
Mhm.
Lipton, they're all good stuff.
Did you have peppermint Bigelow's or?
I did. I had a lemon zinger. I had a
Uh-huh.
pomegranate pizzazz.
Uh-huh.
I had a mint medley,
Mhm.
and I had a lemon ginger. They're all pretty good,
Yeah.
but the taste, I'll have to say, is 100% like not as.
It's stale.
It lacks punch. You know what I
It's
mean?
stale. It's been
Doesn't
sitting
have
in a
pizzazz.
box, sitting in a box on a shelf for who knows how long. I mean, when you're using a reputable tea provider, preferably online, Tea Club for Men, you can find a lot of the stores that we're affiliated with. They will pack the tea that day that you order it.
Right.
So it's not something that's just sitting on the shelf losing flavor,
Mhm.
sitting next to something else.
Yeah, and you really get that feeling when you open up a fresh bag of
And it
tea that you
smells
just got
delicious.
some. Yeah,
It really
hits
does.
you in the face.
With that said,
I'm
let's
going for another round, guys.
go for round 3. Let's
All
give
right.
it a
All
shot.
right.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Third time's a charm.
Cheers. This one's for you, Westy.
Much better. Much better.
Yeah, still a little hot, but I'm liking it. I'm liking
Yeah.
I mean, I can actually taste it. It's
Yeah.
really, it's sharp.
it. Uh-huh.
I'm not saying this because my taste buds have, disintegrated and
Right.
melted off my tongue, but definitely much better. You're right. You do get that sharp taste right away.
It's
But it-
refreshing, isn't it?
It sort of sticks on your tongue for a bit.
You feel that, right? That
Yeah,
peppermint
yeah.
flavor lingers there.
And overall, I would say mint's definitely a good thing to have. Like you said, it's good for iced tea. There's also spearmint, it's second cousin.
Twice removed.
Twice removed.
Twice removed, yeah.
It's complicated.
Right. They can't get married.
Well, they could, but they'd have messed up kids.
Yeah.
Right.
It's complicated.
Do you know what the difference is between spearmint and peppermint?
Well, they're from the same species of mint plant.
Right.
So they really are cousins. They are,
Right.
they are related. And spearmint is a hybrid of peppermint, I believe.
Okay. That's good.
So yeah, something that we'll definitely be talking about in future episodes, and also when you check out the site, teaclubformen.com, is blends.
Check the link.
Blends are something that peppermint is, I feel, I don't know, Avi, in your experience as
Mhm.
well, that you can blend peppermint with many other
Oh, yeah.
herbal teas, you can blend
Definitely.
it with many things.
Yeah, for sure. And one of my favorite things to blend, in fact, is peppermint and jasmine green tea.
Is that right?
One of my top 3 favorite blends.
Wow, yeah.
Currently.
I hadn't actually tried that blend until you
Yeah.
Jasmine and mint, huh?
It's
Well, we'll
wild.
have to try that out on another episode,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
stay tuned. If you guys have any feedback or comments for us, and if you want us to try out a new blend, definitely email us at info@teaclubformen.com. Check out our website, www.teaclubformen.com, or follow us up on Twitter. Our website is @teaclubformen, and I'm @DanielZana. Thanks so much. I'm Daniel.
I'm Justin.
And I'm Avi.
Cheers.